Hey everyone, today we're going to lift the face. So what you're going to need is a concealer or foundation that is about a shade or so lighter than your skin tone. I'm going to use MAC in NW20 for this. And what you need to do with this is draw two imaginary lines. One from the outside corner of your nose going across. The second from the outside corner of the lip going across. Now obviously I've got a beard, you probably won't. So we're going to take some product onto our brush and use a flat end. You don't want it to be too big to begin with. And just draw a line right the way across. Now, you don't want to go right the way up to the outer corner of the eye because what you blend extends. So we're going to already be going up as it blends up. And with this one, we're going to be blending upwards. Now, if you did go up to the outside corner of the eye and you really hit it here, you're going to end up blending it up into the eyelid, and that may not be what you want. The next one will go from the outside corner of the lip straight across. This gives us a distinct area here where our color would go. So what we want to do is take a very, very soft and blending brush, and we want to start to blend this line. And what you're trying to do here is make this area stand out more and just add a little bit of a lift. Now it's important that you blend the line, but it's also important that you don't blend it away. So you want to be quite careful with it. You shouldn't see the visible line, but what you should see here is the visible lifting. Now, I drew from here to here. If you have a lot of lines in this area, don't bother with it. Just go from the outside corner up. So you've got this lighter section here, and then there's this space. Now you want to do the same thing on this side, which is to just blend the line, and you're creating this pattern of light. So just give it a little blend. Now, in my monitor, it looks quite exaggerated. In the mirror, not so much. So it's difficult for me to tell sometimes how much I should blend in order for things to be visible on camera when you see it. To me, this is still looking really hard in the monitor. So I'm going to keep blending it. And if necessary, you can go in with a foundation brush that just has a touch of your color on it, just to blend it in a little bit more. But really this side is where you want to see the bulk of the lift. Now in the center portion, and I'm going to just reinforce a little bit of that in a second, we just want to add a little bit of color underneath the line, but not over it. And I'm just going to stipple that in. So it should come up to greet the line, but not go over the line. And make sure it's blended as well as you want it to. Depends on how visible you want it. I quite like a visible blush. So I'm just going to go in again, and this time I'm just starting on this outside portion only, and then I'm going to stop at that section, and I'm just going to blend that in. And you can see how it just pulls, I hope you can, how it just pulls this section up, so it just looks a little bit more lifted. And again, take your foundation brush just so that you can blur the edge slightly. Let's have a little looky in my mirror. That's lovely. And when you think you've blended enough, just keep blending. What I'm going to do here is just add a little bit of this product to this inner corner, just to lighten it. add a bit of brightness to an area of the face that tends to get quite dark. Just going to stipple over it. And if you wanted to, you could just highlight the brow bone ever so slightly. And let me have a little looky. Stipple over that again. And all you're doing with this is, we think we're really drawing emphasis to these light areas, but really we're trying to make this area pop and this area lift, because we've got these two lighter colors sandwiched in here that draws focus along this section. And it's just a really nice way of kind of lifting the face a little bit and making it look a bit more lifted, because of course as we get older our faces tend to move downwards, and that's why we kind of want to move everything back up. And that's why I'm a big fan of using blusher more at an angle, whether it's across or up, rather than just in round circular motions on the kind of apple of the cheek area. But there you go. Hope you found that a little bit helpful. It's really quite important as we get older that we are constantly thinking about how we adapt our faces to the aging process. With this technique, you are just very gently moving things back up, subtly, very subtly, because you don't want ever to be so visible that people go, you know, like the contouring phase where it used to be invisible, now it isn't. We don't want that. Thanks for watching, appreciate your time, and I'll see you all soon, bye bye.